we've got the cameras on, I think. Listener says, or maybe it's there. Do you have it there, Seamus? Is that better? Yeah, Anthony, we've got. You're with Seamus, Anthony. Yeah.
Morning, Seamus. Seamus, regarding the Irish water application pack. There are a campaign going on now at present of sending the packs back with no consent return the sender. Does that have any legal ground? And if anybody sends it back, are they if they do sign it, are they in contact with Irish Water or not? Or where does everybody stand legally on that point?
Okay. Did you manage to?
Sorry, I just got pieces of that. I think it's to do with the application form that has been issued at the moment, and the issuing of the application form, whether it has any legal impact or whether you're under an obligation to sign it. I'm filling in some gaps because I've only heard that in piecemeal through the speakers. Am I right in the query?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, when I think of this type of situation, and these are being issued throughout the country, the length and breadth of the country, it's one of those application forms which come and that have to be attended to, or people feel obligated to deal with as they arise, and they feel somewhat pressurised. They're being asked for particular details, sensitive information, such as PPS numbers that have to be noted, and they're being returned. The caller is right to have reservations about it. We've listened to Irish Water during the week, and we've listened to them over a period of 2 to 3 months as they're getting into the launching of this, and now from the beginning of the week they're starting to impose charges on people, which is going to be a situation that may, and I'm just saying this as we're talking it through, may give rise to some form of another challenge in the future. If the caller at present does not give the information, in my view they're not committing any criminal act. There is an obligation on them, and the point that does arise, which is extremely interesting and is yet to be further teased out, is that there is not the right at the moment for Irish Water to cut you off from a supply. That's a peculiar point. It's also a peculiar point in contract, whereby if, for example, you're in extreme arrears with your electricity payments, there is that right within the company to refuse you and to cut off your actual supply. That does not apply in this instance, and that gives me some cause for reservations about the entire process. If the caller doesn't complete the application form, I'm assuming, and because this has been done sort of in a very random way, and I have to say that because of this, that it seems that they will still issue estimates for charges that may be appropriate or applicable based on some historic data that they've gathered up over a period of time, and that type of charge may still apply to households. So I'm anticipating that that's what they're going to come in with, especially as they're given this 6 or 9 months period, whereby they're only going to be basing it on an estimate. So this, to me, is one of these pieces of legislation that has been introduced and has been, as it were, worked through, and there's going to be an awful lot of queries on it over the next 12 months, and there may be even more serious than queries, because this idea of giving somebody an estimate for a charge without any way of evaluating it seems to be very ad hoc indeed.
Anthony, I just want to ask you, because we had technical problems there getting that set up. I'm sorry, Seamus, for that as well. Is that answered okay for you?
Yeah, well, if I look on the website, I just go into the part if you don't payment, they'll take you to court because you break a contract.
Yeah.
The contract's between two people. You need to be signing something to break a contract.
You're absolutely spot on, and that's what I'm alluding to as I'm making it up to some degree as we're going along here, that one of the difficulties that does seem to arise, that let's go back to any provision of services. If you agree, or I agree, to provide a service to you, such as a legal service, and you agree to pay me, well, we have a contract, so you're obligated to do so, and therefore you can be taken to court on it. If the parties don't agree to enter the contract in the first place, that's a real dilemma, and that's why I'm alluding to something further developing as we go along over the next months.
Okay, Anthony, we've got to leave it there. Thank you very much for your